North, Ron Perry.
God bless you.
Rolling down Imperial Highway, the big nasty red at my side. Santa Ana winds blowing hot from the north.
How you doing, baby?
We were born
There you go, there you go.
Roll down
We're
the
gonna win the
window,
Super Bowl again this year.
put down the top, crank up the Beach Boys, baby. Don't let the music stop. We go
Good
and ride it
job.
till we just can't ride it no more. From the side bay to the valley, from the west side to the east side, everybody very happy, 'cause the sun is shining all the time. It's like another perfect day. I love LA.
Uncle Brad. What is up, my Remelia fans of the Los Angeles Rams? It's been a while. Been meaning to come on the last few days, and I was telling my guy Jimbo Stockton, I'll be on tomorrow, and then something came up, but there's not much news, so I just thought I would come in and see how everybody's doing. Um, uh, give you guys some information that I thought was very intriguing when it comes to the Aaron Donald side. Thank you, baby. And hold on. All right. Say hi.
Hi.
So the news out of training camp is Stetson Bennett is doing well. He's focused, and everything is all go. He's going to be competing with Jimmy Garoppolo. Jimmy Garoppolo has the edge early on because he's a veteran for the backup spot behind Stafford. Stetson Bennett will be the QB2 unless we bring in another veteran quarterback, which I don't really see that depending on how Stetson Bennett goes in camp, but he should be able to handle being Stafford's backup unless something unforeseen happens where Stafford gets hurt in the in the early part of the season. Because if you remember, Jimmy Garoppolo is suspended for a few games with uh, enhanced, whatever the rules are when it comes to enhanced things that you take. We'll just say it like that. I don't remember exactly what it was, but it was enough where they deemed him to be ineligible for the first few games. So Stetson Bennett will most likely get the nod for QB2, and that's a good thing because um, he's focused in camp. Basically, he took that year off. He needed to get himself going, and from all intents and reports, he's doing very good in camp and looking looking great, looking like he should, focused. And I say camp, but that was the mini camp. But he's got that look in his eye, like he's ready to go to work, and I like it. Mini camps is nearing. Can't wait. Hopefully, I'll see you guys there. I'll tell you guys when I'm going to be there. All you guys, sorry for the unannounced live. I just happened to come in, and so I want to just talk about a few things. So, one of the things too is Brandon Fisk. Brandon Fisk is got that speed, and let me see, where's my video? Hold on. Brandon Fisk is one of the guys that we drafted, and hold on, guys. I could have sworn it just before I logged in, it loaded. StreamYard. Hold on. Yeah, baby.
Caterpillar.
Hold on, Dolly.
Aww.
After Pop finishes this, baby. Okay, so there we go. I don't know why it's not showing on mine, but we'll play it second party. So that's really weird. Okay, so Brandon Fisk, the speed and the feet of this guy here. Here we go. He's getting after it. It's so weird because I'm able to upload stuff to StreamYard with my phone when I get certain, I'm able to clip videos and stuff. And here, let me log off. And so normally it's in the queue for my computer. When I come back to my computer, and it wasn't showing, but it was still showing on my phone, so I was able to show you. That's so weird. Um, and as I say that, it just got placed in there. Okay, good. So here's a bigger picture. I just want you to see the footwork and speed of his footwork. That's where it starts. Here, those are some quick feet, baby. Verse and Fisk, man, those are gonna be household names. Can't wait, man. I cannot wait. Let's see. And then there was one thing I wanted to tell you guys too. We try to talk about on the Ramirez Sports Report the way the Rams are acclimating themselves back to the Los Angeles, Southern California community. Um, they've done a lot of things for minority-owned, Black-owned businesses in Los Angeles and around Southern California. High school kids, um, grade school kids, doing a lot for the community, and that also goes with the girls flag football. And so the girls flag football, they're going to be sponsoring on the 20th, along with Nike. Hold on, let me get this here. They're going to be sponsoring a girls flag football event, and it's pretty neat. Los Angeles Rams and Nikes will host a high school girls flag football tournament for 16 local teams. Additionally, we will host a skills and drills clinic for junior college students, athletes interested in playing women's flag football. Saturday, July 20th, Robinson Field, Robinson Stadium, Pasadena, California. So little things like that. I mean, to people that maybe not have a niece or a daughter or a granddaughter or know someone that does, maybe not mean too much, but it is neat that they're doing that for the community of Los Angeles and Southern California area, and getting flag football on the way. If you remember, the great Kobe Bryant was a girl dad, and he was getting the girls basketball league going, and it's very rewarding to have that for the girls and women's community. So I just like that. Those are just little things that make a difference in the community. Like I have all daughters, so if and my granddaughter, as you saw earlier, and if they wanted to play sports, that'd be really amazing to see them play in flag football and stuff like that. And they probably will have a favorite team. Probably this team here, even though their dad's a Green Bay Packer fan. So but still, we'll see what happens with that. Let me see, my guy Gilbert. How you doing, Gilbert? Gilbert says, right about now would be a beautiful time for Donald to say he's coming back. Uh, that would be wonderful. I have a couple of thoughts on that, and I have a clip lined up that I'll play in a little bit. Gilbert, thank you for coming in, and I will be coming on more often. I've been saying that, but right now there's not much news. Honestly, there's not much news. If you look around the NFL, T Higgins with the Bengals hasn't signed, wide receiver. The Santa Clara Crew, aka the regular season Empire. Ayuk has already told him that he wants to get traded. uh, you gotta love it, man. I mean, it's such a wonderful thing to um, to have players like a Cooper Cup and Puka Nakua, just on and on and on. Guys that they're not divas. I mean, you're going to go to social media and try to get word to put pressure on your team to pay you, and that's just childish stuff, man. I don't understand. And I know I'm an old guy, but I couldn't see like a Cooper Cup doing that, man. And he's one of the best receivers to play in a Rams uniform and in the NFL period in recent years. And Puka Nakua's got his head straight too, and it's just crazy that these guys do that, man. Daniel Berry Sports, he says, "Yo, how you doing, brother? Appreciate you coming in unannounced live. I know a lot of people are still at work and stuff. All the guys watch the replay. Props to you." Um, but yeah, so what did we miss? What did we miss in the off season? Well, let's look at that here. Here we go.
He's all you already heard me talking about it, man. I'm next, please. Kick you birdies to the curb. I'm on to the next, please. Trying to get this bag, I'm trying to run it up. I'm next, please. Now I got the game in my hand, boy. I'm next, please. Grind for a minute, shine for a minute. Put the 20 on the whip, so when I ride, it be tinted. Can't see inside the whip, but I be minding my business. I just copped a new grill, so I smile at the dentist. I be T for the green.
There it is, man. Puka Nakua doing his thing, man. And you know, I'm getting ready. I'm hyped up, man, as we get closer and closer and closer. Because I'm going to tell you guys something. Let me tell you something. This offensive line, man, is the key, man. They're going to protect Stafford. They're going to be. Remember the game last year against the Ravens, right? How we were just the Ravens were surprised because what they did to the Niners, right? And they're two different teams, two different personnels, but they roughshotted them. They knew where Purdy was going to throw. They made him uncomfortable. They blew the Niners out, and that was supposed to be the class of the NFC. Turns out they were. They went to the Super Bowl. Um, they thought they were going to do that to the Rams too, and the Rams were like, no." So at one point, the Rams ran, I think it was at least 9 straight plays, all the way down in bad conditions in Baltimore, inside the red zone, and we're like, "Keep running it," and we ended up having to kick a field goal. We ended up throwing it, but this team with this offensive line we got our guy from the Lions too to go with Dotson re-signed and moving Avila to center. I mean, we'll protect Stafford for those deep passes. You're gonna have a healthy Cooper Cup back, and hold on, and um, and we're gonna be able to run around you, run through you. Um, we got the triple headed monster at running back, and the tight end position is going to be interesting. Davis Allen, Tyler Hunter, Higbee will come back at some point. I'm looking forward to it. Demarcus Robinson, Whitman, the guy we drafted. I cannot wait. I cannot wait, man. This offense is going to be. You said last year. Remember, I told you the offense is going to carry the offense is going to carry these young guys while the defense gets used to it. Well, it will still be that like that, but it ended up turning out that the defense came out playing well too in the beginning. As Cooper Cup got hurt, the defense got us through that first game in Seattle last year, and they just kept getting better and better. That's going to be a similar thing because this offense, man. Remember when we had Todd Gurley and we like, boom, there he goes. I mean, Blake Corum comes in for Kyrie Williams, and we're still loaded. I mean, there's a guy that can take it to the house. I remember when we first started using Kyrie Williams, I was like, yeah, I really like him, but he doesn't have that game breaking speed, but he's got good enough speed now the more that I watch him because remember, I'm a USC fan. So I didn't watch a lot of Kyrie Williams. He was from Notre Dame, our enemy when it comes to sports, when it comes to be USC fans. But I knew he was pretty good. But yeah, he's got good enough speed, and he surprises you. He's able to run by guys. And Blake Corum is another one of him. They're both physical. Um, he's got his own attributes as too, but they're very similar players. And then Ronnie Rivers runs deep is there, and we got our guy um, uh, from the Patriots, Boston, to for the veteran help, kind of like Sony Michelle. I cannot wait. My guy Alec Wallace. Hey, Remilia, how you doing, brother? Appreciate you. Andrew Martinez. Hola, Rudy. How you doing, man? Thank you for coming in. Unannounced live. Thank you. I haven't been on for a while, so you know what? Let me get on. There was a couple of days where I even told Stockton, I'm going to come on tomorrow for sure. And then something happened. You know, something always happens. And then there was one day when I was going to come on, and now in the new place, my granddaughters are watching TV and stuff, and I gotta like find a corner because where my office was going to be, and that's okay because I'd rather have them here. Where my office was going to be, my lady has her office, and my office is going to be. That's my daughter's bedroom with my granddaughter, so that's okay. I use my living room, or I'm in the dining room right now, so I'll just set up when I need to for right now. Then I'll set up a permanent place. So little things happen like that. But as we get closer, it's not going to be a problem as we get into the season. So just you guys, and then I'm still talking to some people to bring out the merch for you guys. I want to bring out some stuff that people will say. Besides promoting my channel, then it's going to have some cool stuff. Like you can see that it's that's a Ram fan wearing it, right? Besides, promoting my channel and say, hey, check this guy out. He likes to talk Rams, and he's an OG too. He can talk the Rams now. He can talk the Rams from St. Louis. He can talk the Rams from when they were in Anaheim, uh, uh, the Big A with Ron Robinson and Jim Everett and the guys. Matter of fact, I was watching the 1988. Game, the Niners and Rams at the house that Jim Everett built, Candlestick, and the Rams whipped them. Then the Rams needed to win that game, and it was like 38-16 or something like that, 38-13. Jim Everett threw like three touchdown passes to Jamon Johnson. Um, I think he ended up throwing four touchdowns. Um, Kevin Green had like five sacks. Oh man, it was an amazing game, man. It was an amazing game. Unfortunately, in the championship game, we were beat up, and we never were able to get revenge. Well, actually, the next year, 1990, the Niners were undefeated, and Jim Everett, Cleveland Gary they went to Candlestick and beat them again to get revenge. But Andrew says it's Friday. I know, man. I was gonna come on I was gonna come in. I told you guys I was gonna come on Friday, last Friday, and then I wasn't able to come in. And then I was gonna come in on Monday, and then I was able to come in. And then Wednesday, I was like for sure, and then I wasn't able to come in. So, but as we get closer to training camp, I'll have a more regular schedule. I promise you. But yes, it's Friday, baby, Friday. But yes, indeed. There's my guy Cameron Brown. How you doing, Cameron? My main man, how you doing, brother? Appreciate you. Fry Dizzle. Appreciate you, man. How you doing, Cameron Brown? Appreciate you. Appreciate you. Appreciate you. Yeah, it's an unannounced live. I appreciate you guys coming in. Let me just get into this about Aaron Donald piece real quick, and appreciate you guys. Jim Everett, how you doing, brother? Rudy, I just saw you in 957 the game chat. No, that wasn't me. That wasn't me, Jim. I go everywhere. I got like I said, people that if you guys ever see me in the chat with my logo and everything, and kind of spicy talk and stuff, and I don't really do that. I say that, the Rams are going to do this or that, or can the Niners do this or that? There's a difference between the way it's me, but it's not me. No, that wasn't me. But in the past, I've been in there though. Yeah, in the past, but not anytime recently, Jim. If that's what you mean. Yeah, I've been in there before. I have been in there before, but not recently. If you saw me recently, that wasn't me. Props to you. Let's get into Aaron Donald, and then I'll tell you why I still think that there's a chance he may come back. Here we go. Let me set this up. Doo-doo-doo. Set this up. See how it looks on this side. There we go.
But there's also a difference when you play in the Super Bowl and you made something happen or you were a part of it. The way that game ended, it was, if this man is considered so widely by many the greatest to ever play the position, one of the greatest to ever play the game at any position, he's supposed to put his imprint on this game. Was the ending of that game sweeter because it came down to Aaron Donald?
It was, like I said, it was a storybook type ending. I feel like somebody wrote that. You know, the NFL must have scripted that one. But it just played out like however it was supposed to play out. I feel like winning the Super Bowl would be good, but being a guy that made plays, key plays to help us to win the game is different. It's like everything that come with it is different. The experience is different. The feeling is different. It's just like, I don't know. People ask me this question. It's hard to explain it because there's so many emotions that just keep hitting me, and you go back to that mode. You know, everything that was
Did
going
you
on.
plan this?
No, it's emotions, just raw emotions. Everything I do is all for raw emotions. I ain't the guy that like, I get this, I make this play, I'm gonna do this, I'm gonna do that. My emotions just take over, and whatever happened out there happens, man. And the way everything played out that game, man, it was a nerve-wracking game, but I knew we was gonna find a way to win it, man, because you know we had a lot of good veteran guys that came and helped us, like Vaughn, you know, Odell, obviously Cooper Kupp, Matthew Stafford, Big Witt, you know, so to get the experience out with them guys, man, and you know, find a way to get that done, it was definitely special.
Bro, I want to go back to the loss though. Failing, because you don't fail much. You ain't failing college. You balled out, All-American, first round pick. Go out, start balling off bat, and then like, was that the first time you really felt like you failed?
No, I had times I felt like that, but on that type of a level, on that stage, yes, you know what I'm saying? Because I felt like I had opportunities to make plays that I didn't. Preparing for a Super Bowl, there's a lot that come with it. Definitely did. It was a lot of media. I just want to play football. I don't want to do all the.
That's a great. That's a great. That's a great. If you ever get a chance to on the pivot, that's what that clip is from, and he went on to say that he not only felt bad for himself when they lost in 2018 that Super Bowl because he looked up and his daughter was crying and and oh did I'm sorry, just shoot, did it mess me up? Come back, brother. I'm sorry, did it come off? I hope it didn't come off, darn it. So the clip Aaron Donald was talking about was how it felt winning the game, and he plays on emotion, and they asked him, well, when he points to his ring, um did he come up with how and he said no, that was off a fly, basically it's emotion. But he was talking about how the 2018 loss, he felt that he could have did more, he said the next time he got there, he wanted to make sure he won. And they were asking him about that because he made plays in that Super Bowl to close out the championship game against the Santa Clara Crew, and he closed out the Super Bowl against the Bengals. Now, one thing I want to say is also in there too. Maybe I'll cut a clip of it and just and put it on my channel so you guys can just watch it instead of put it in stream. Is um he was also saying that last year was a tough year for him because he noticed that it was all young guys, and he's like, man, I'm gonna get double and triple team, and he did because they're all young guys. You go, because in the past we got like a Von Miller, we gotten veteran guys, a Dominican Sue to help him, right? And so we were kind of like cap strapped with the money, and so that's why we did what we did. But the guys that he had told, he's been on record as saying that he told Sean McVay and Les Snead that, you know what, I'm okay with it because as long as you get guys that want to win and want to play and have a good head on their shoulders, and and sub phrasing, and that's what they did. They got a Kobe Turner, Byron Young, on and on and on, and Quentin Lake, all those guys. And he said it was actually fun. He goes on to say that he had a great time last year. They got him to they put him out. They put him out the way he wanted to into the playoffs. Because remember, we weren't supposed to go to the playoffs. We should have won that game against the Lions, but that's over now. But he said that he had a great time. It was a lot different than what he was thinking in the beginning, and at times it was tough. But it was amazing to see the guys grow, and here we are, man. So even though he's not on the team, his locker, by the way, is still set up in case he wants to come back. But he's already set a legacy with the guys that played with him last year, took them under their wing. You know, the Kobe Turners and the Byron Youngs and all the guys on the defensive line, Bobby Brown, my prerogative, the third, and on and on and on. And that he's going to work out. I think he might have already did it. I haven't seen any information about it with Brandon Fisk. So and so I say all that to say this. My guy Tri says Everett over Jerry Rice. Love it. So I say that to say this, that he said on that podcast that it was tough for him. He, no matter what happened, last year was going to be his last year. Okay. He had did everything that he wanted. Um, you know, he was going to play. At first, he said he was going to play 8 years and he's going to be done, but he wanted to get that Super Bowl, and then so he did everything that he wanted to, and no matter what happened last year, he was going to be done. He already thought about in the preseason. So when the year started and this young guy, he's like, man, it's going to be tough because they're going to double, triple team. It's going to be tougher now. But he ended up having a great time, like I said. And I say that to say this, that now that these young guys have a year under their belt, um, we have more young guys on the roster. We have some money to use. We're probably going to add a veteran or two, most likely. This team, if they have division aspirations and they're in the mix, I could honestly see where he's like, you know what? Oh, he also talked about, I kind of went the cart before the horse, that how he's an older guy now and he's not really looking forward to training camp now. He didn't have the desire to play. And I think one of the reasons why he didn't have the desire to play is because beginning of last year, like I said, it was a bunch of young guys, and he's going to have to work harder now as an older guy. And he got double, triple team more often than he would when he had a Dominican Sue. He said, I love playing with the Dominican Sue. It was so easy for me, right? Well, there you go. So these guys are got a year under their belt. The new guy's going to come in. They're going to get some games under their belt. They're going to get better as the season goes on. We make a veteran signing or two, and Aaron Donald can come in. And even if it's not this year, it'd be wonderful if he does. The following year, he had a whole year off. His body's refreshed. The guys are a year or two more into their careers. But I'm just telling you, there's a possibility because he knows that it's a lot of work with young guys, but it's still fun and rewarding. So right now he's doing his thing. Go ahead and do his thing. He's going to get the itch. You're going to see the Rams doing well. Doing well. We're going to make some veteran signing or two to go with the young guys, and his life's going to be a lot easier, man, because he stays in shape. So that's my take on it. Gilbert says we're going to have a great team no matter what. Definitely, and also too, we're not saying that we need Aaron Donald. Of course, you would want one of the greatest players of all time on your team, but the team as assembled, we're going to be good, man. I mean, we're going to be one of the better teams. That's why we've been getting a little haterade by some of the media on certain aspects of the team because it's still a young team. So that's all. So I know it's frustrating. We're like, what? The rankings, it's okay because they just don't want to be out on a limb, you know. But they do that for other teams like the Cowboys. They're always saying, "Oh, they're going to win it this year," you know. So they always do it. Sal, how you doing, brother? Hello, Rudy, and Go Rams. Yes, indeed, brother. Appreciate you. Thank you for coming in. But definitely, so that's my take on the Aaron Donald thing. Is that it was a tough year for him, and then he ended up turning out to be a great year for him. He got to get close to Kobe Turner and the guys, Byron Young, and the team started to gel. Offensive line looked great. The offense looked wonderful. Puka Nakua did his thing. Aaron Donald was there for that record-breaking year with Puka Nakua, and so. But it was tougher at him because they, you know, the young guys, certain games, you know, they have to learn how to be consistent, and they got better as it went. But um, it was a lot of work for him last year. Like I said before, that he made adjustments as far as his stats, and he still made the Pro Bowl and all that. But he made adjustments because they were triple teaming him, quadruple teaming him at certain plays. So that's why I say that this young team is going to be really good. The Les Need will do what he always do, maybe sign a veteran or two. And even if it's not this pro season or late in the season, I can see Aaron Donald returning, man, because the whole point about him is right now he doesn't have the fire, the burn to want to get after to get in training camp and stuff. And one of the reasons why is because the team is retooling on the fly. So if he had an Dominican Sue there and a Von Miller type of talent coming off the edge, and the guys are going to develop, the young guys. But I'm just saying his job's easier, and then he don't have to work so hard. So that's the way I look at it. That he's done whatever he needs to do while the team gets better. He's not really saying that I'm only going to come back if the team gets, where I think it should be. No, he's retired. But I can see him say, well, you know what? I can really help that team win. Those are my brothers. What am I doing? Let me get off the couch and even though he's on the couch, the guy works out and guy goes out everywhere and does stuff. Let me get out there and get that one more ring, I can see that. Michael Armando says, hey, Ramelia, what's happening? How you doing, man? I appreciate you coming in. Thank you so much. Sal says, Niners are losing Ayuk. Man, you know what? I talked about that earlier on the earlier monologue. It's so refreshing. Now, Ayuk is a hell of a talent. I would love to have him. So is Debo Samuel. But, maybe it's just this generation, and especially with wide receivers, but there's such divas, man. I mean, the Rams with Cooper Cup and Puka Nakua and their guys, they don't go to social media trying to trade me. Like, what are you doing? Like I don't know. I don't. It's just it would drive me nuts if I was a fan of that team. Besides the other stuff of not being able to win the Super Bowl and looking like a juggernaut throughout the whole regular season, and then your coach baffles, bungles the game plans, and you fall behind after leading by 10 points or more. But that's their issue. But yeah, they could be losing Ayuk, man. And then they got to probably broke Purdy next year. So they're going to be in trouble, man. I don't care what anybody says. And then there's one thing that nobody's really talking about. I saw an article about it. Is the NFL Network, not the NFL Network, the NFL Sunday Ticket. There's a lawsuit, and so the NFL lost that, and they're appealing. They're losing a lot of money on that deal with the NFL Sunday Ticket. It's different now. So next year's cap may be less. And so teams like the Niners on the bubble, like we have a lot of young guys. We don't have a lot of big contracts. Um, uh, we have a few of them, but not a lot. Uh, they're going to be hurting because they're going to have to pay if they want to keep Ayuk. They're going to have to keep using that franchise tag, which ain't going to make him happy. They're still going to pay him, and then they're going to pay Brock Purdy, big money no matter what happens because who else is going to quarterback that team? So if the cap is not going to expand like it has been the last couple of years, if they have to recoup some of that money because of that lawsuit or NFL Sunday Ticket, uh, it's gonna hurt all the teams as far as cap, but some teams like that for sure. And so a lot of people aren't talking about that. We'll see what happens. The only one I saw it on was with Phil Simms and our guy, the other guy that always talks smack about the Rams, Florio. Florio actually was the one who brought that up. Michael Armenta says Rams best in the West. I'm looking forward to it, man. They are definitely one of the two best teams in the West. Could this be the year we overtake the team from Santa Clara? CMDR Carney. I heard AD was training in Fisk. Yeah, he's going to be training with Fisk any day now, pretty soon, man, as we get closer to camp. Um, I can't wait, man. Aaron Donald, no matter what, he loves this team. These are his brothers. He loves Sean McVay. In that clip that I showed, and I hope you guys saw enough of it. It looks like maybe I might have the signal came off and it disengaged. But in that pivot podcast, he talked about how special Sean McVay is to him, and when he needed time off, and he talked to him as a man, as a person, instead of just a player. And this is why Sean McVay makes a difference, and that's why the Rams are one of the top organizations in the NFL. The Rams are the third most valued franchise in the NFL, behind only the Cowboys and the Patriots. The Rams are the third most valued franchise in the NFL. So yes, indeed, it's going to be amazing, man. And I'll show you. I'll replay that clip of Fisk with the fast, fancy footwork. My guy G's nuts. Let's get this season started already. I know, man. I can't wait, man. I can't wait for this offense with Blake Corum and Kyron Williams and Davis Allen doing his thing, man. And woo! I can't wait. I cannot. And then our kicker, we got a kicker. Legatron 2.0. I can't wait. I love it. Remember the Grace says Rams are America's team. I love it. Yes, indeed, baby. America's new team. You can't be America's team if you can't win a championship in the millennium years. Yes, indeed. Let me get that clip back of Fisk just to show you the fast, fancy footwork of Fisk, and then imagine him as great as he is training with Aaron Donald. I cannot wait. I cannot wait, man. Whoo! I cannot wait. Jimmy says, "Tribe raising hell, Rambo's chat." CMDR says, "I can't wait to see how this year's team gels together. I cannot wait. The offensive line is going to be such a huge, huge monster, man. I mean, whew, I cannot. At times, we look dominant. At times, and I'm not overstating this. You guys watch the games. At times, Matthew Stafford had time like he did with the Super Bowl offensive line and now it's not it on the left side for sure with Big Wit not there, but at times they were making holes for him, and they were protecting Stafford even against teams like the Ravens, and they're just going to get better. And then you got Steve Avila in the center, man. I cannot wait. Yes, indeed. Sal says McVay is underrated. I think he's the second best coach. Only Andy Reid is a second. Yeah, there was actually a report. I couldn't find who put it out there, the stat. But they have McVay number 2 behind Andy Reid. I totally agree with that. I totally agree with that. If McVay gets another Super Bowl before, and they both have 2, I'm going with McVay. If he gets the third one, then that kind of puts a little distance between McVay and if Andy Reid gets a third one. But yeah, Gilbert says, yeah, if he's a good kicker, hopefully they keep him this time. Yeah, no, he's really good, man, and very accurate. We're not going to have to worry like we did last year for sure. Yes, indeed. CMDR says, what do you guys think Shula's D will look like? Man, listen, Chris Shula has been with the Rams since 2017. He's been in different capacities. He's got the pedigree from his father, and just like McVay with his grandpop, the John McVay with the Niners in the heydays, being around the locker room and stuff. Same thing with Chris Shula, but he's going to put his own twist on things. So what Raheem Morris did and what worked, he's going to do similar things. It's going to be really great, man. Defense. I know it's his first time being the head guy. It's a learning curve, but he's been there, man. What better to do and show other coaches that you promote within? So the only guy that I would have picked over Shula if he was available, which he's not because he was signed, it would cost us a lot to get to grab him from the Browns, is Jim the Schwartz. Just because he has Kyle Shanahan's number, man, and he's a great defensive coach, and he's kind of like an a-hole, man. But if he's he's your coach, you're happy with him. But he has Kyle Shanahan's number, so I would love to have him. And first thing on the docket is sweep the Niners. Jim Maverick says Ayuk wants $30 million. That is crazy. Now listen, you cannot You cannot. Let me see it, baby. You cannot say anything about somebody trying to get their bag. Let me see it. Let me fix it. But in the Niners offense, with the best player being Trent Williams, best players being Trent Williams. There you go. And you ready, but you're welcome, baby. And CMC is the main cog in that offense. And the next is Ayuk, and then Brock Purdy is the quarterback, and he's a decent quarterback, for that system. He's got some stuff that he shows you flashes of. Decent player. He's got to show as he gets. If he gets older, more experienced, maybe he'll play better against the really good defenses as well, and not be a shell of himself. But um, for that offense, 30 million is too much. You can't give him 30 million when you're paying Debo Samuel over 25 million. I think he gets 28 million. And for a gadget guy, the guy gets he doesn't even really do the running back scheme anymore because CMC's there. He 5 yard, he can't run routes, real routes. Debo Samuel, he's a heck of a weapon. Once he gets the ball, little 5 yard passes, he's a heck of a weapon. But in the playoffs, he doesn't really do much in big games. But you cannot have all that. Then you got Trent Williams wanting more money. Um, but no, that's too much for him. They could do some incentive laden contract and make him feel like it is, but they could have signed him earlier. Like he even said, you could have signed me earlier, and it would have been a lot cheaper if you would have just signed me earlier before the contracts went up. And that's what the Niners do, though. They take their sweet time, just like they took their sweet time getting Matthew Stafford and Sean McVay took him out from under him. It's like they took their sweet time with not getting Mahomes in the draft, or they took their sweet time uh, not answering Tom Brady's phone call when he said he wanted to play in San Francisco because he grew up a San Francisco Niner fan. But that's them. All I have to say about that is there you go. So that's them. So I appreciate you guys coming in today. I'm going to cut it off now. I'm going to come on tonight so we can all be here tonight. If you guys want to come in. We'll go to the phones and careful, baby. And we'll have some more topics on the table. But yeah, it's good to talk with you guys. I'm sorry I've been away for a week or so, a little more over a week. So appreciate you guys. Love each one of you guys. We'll see you guys tonight. As we always say, may the Remilia be with you and room you later. Now, there's my guy Willie Bowen. What's up, Woody? Who's your favorite tight end? Favorite tight end is um, Big David Hill and Pete Houlihan. CMDR Cardi says AD said big players make big plays in big games. Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. Ayuk is crazy. All right, guys. Willie Bowen, I'll be back tonight. Look for the alert. I'll see you guys. I'll set it up now so you guys have it. And we'll see you guys tonight. Appreciate you guys coming in on the Unannounced Live. I'll see you guys tonight for sure. Hope everyone Henry Childs. There you go. My guy Willie Bowen with the OG. Love it. I'll see you guys tonight. And everyone have a great Friday afternoon. We'll see you in a little bit. Let's go 9 o'clock. We'll see you guys at 9. Take care, guys.